Hello, welcome to another episode of the Bear and Rooster Show. I am the Bear, this is the Rooster. We are getting into the comments of a previous video we did. Somebody suggested we should check out Spiritbox. I've heard of Spiritbox. I can't say that I have actually listened to them. Maybe. I don't know. But somebody had suggested Circle With Me by Spiritbox. So we are going to make this a little bit bigger.
Thank you for your support, by the way. Whoever suggested this song, thank you.
Thank you. Well, here we go. This is Spiritbox, Circle With Me.
Be yours.
I love that double kick.
That is it. I'm gonna pause real quick.
Yeah.
So, the bass drum has lots of attack.
Yes.
So you can hear that
Yeah.
on every single stroke. So it's like he's got those what are they?
The pads.
Yeah,
the
not
impact
Danville.
pads.
I keep wanting to say Danville, but it's not.
Impact pads.
Yeah, and you can hear them. You hear the slap of the attack along with the bass.
You know, before those were invented, these impact pads, they're, you know, if you're using a double kick, it looks like kind of that, you know.
And they stick onto the front of your drum head.
And they give you that attack. But before they were invented, I used to use
Duct tape
and a coin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you'd put the coin where the beater is going to
Yeah.
hit the drum. But then a couple of months down the line, you're playing a show, and then all of a sudden,
Bust right through.
straight through it
Yeah.
in a hole the size of a coin. But the double kick work, as I mentioned, great. It's not. It's so it's
Yeah.
kind of like selective, and I just love that because
Syncopated.
the easier thing. Well, it's not easy, but the easier thing is constant bass
Yeah.
drum. Whereas that's and if you listen to the bass and the chugging of the guitars, it's matching
It's all-
that.
yeah,
so
it's
it's
all
not
in
just
time.
constant.
So well done on the producers too, the engineers. I mean, that all of that stuff has to be
tight.
super
as two
tight.
coats of paint.
And then let's not forget to mention she has a really nice vocal. Like her voice is very pure, very breathy, and she's got like a really pretty voice. And then she can get it to sound a lot heavier,
raw.
But then they get into that heavy stuff, and she's actually singing along with it, like a really nice vocal along with it. I really dig that. I like it a lot. Anything else?
No, let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
Could all be yours. Feel
hear the attack on that drum.
Yes.
Well, I love like that halftime metal breakdown where it's like
Was that halftime or quarter time? Because
halftime.
halftime.
Also, I noticed that they're a 3-piece band, technically 4-piece with the vocal, but as far as instrumentation goes, it's a 3-piece. But there's a lot of production that's going in because you can hear like layered guitar stuff and synth in the background. But I noticed that
the thing with metal or new or modern metal, they're it's not, you can't say it's electro metal because it's not. It's just using pads and synths and
things to fill in gaps where in metal before there used to be just dead space.
Yeah, so right before the chorus, it's got that stop, and then there's the overlap of the synth, but then it cuts it to go silent to give you that anticipation for a quick second, quarter bar or half bar to where everything comes back in.
Well, and also having synth stuff gives you a chance to play bigger open sounds. So what I'm saying is like before in metal, there wasn't like a lot of big sustained notes for long periods of time, like big whole notes or big half notes. Because there wasn't like something in the background to keep the chunking from the guitar to come through. Because before, if you were playing a long sustained note, dun, the guitar isn't made to sustain like a pad will. So laying a synth pad in the background allows you to just play big long notes and hit the anticipated stuff, which is push, like dun dun. That's push. That's not right on the beat. And if you're playing that just on guitar, you would hear all the syncopation in there and the choke offs and things like that. So having a pad in the background, this is just a really long-winded way of saying how that has lent itself to like the new modern metal sound, having a pad in the background so that there is not so much syncopation. You don't have to have as much syncopation. You can have big, long, sustained notes. And that has actually lent itself to having more female singers with a really nice, pure tone. Yeah. She doesn't have to be like a dirty vocal, like a hard, rough, gruff vocal. It's fun to listen to with her. Yeah. Evanescence was another one that came out like that. Big, long, sustained notes with the piano pad in the background so that there was room for a vocalist to just lay out like a big, pretty vocal.
Yeah. And that's what she does. There's a lot of layers I can hear. She's harmonizing with herself. The vocals are doubled to give you that big, wide
stereo sound.
Yeah, I actually turned it up down here on my little mixer because I was really enjoying that. But her ability, and I think this request and suggestion was dropped in the Ginger comments. And there is saying that there is a comparison with their vocal abilities. She's able to slip in from that sweet sounding into that
screaming,
the growl, and then go straight back into just singing,
that's nowadays it's becoming more common, but it's been a really rare thing forever. Even with male vocalists being able to do the screaming and the growling, but then not getting vocal nodules, not getting calluses on your vocal cords, blisters on your vocal cords from doing that gruff, growling, screaming, and still be able to sing something really nice, be able to sing a scale, and come back down. But
and then the can't forget about how tight the band are playing together.
Yeah.
The bass and drums are super tight, and the guitar is that bridge between the percussion and almost the pads. He's kind of stepping into both.
Yeah. And another thing I love about new metal is the fact that there's a lot more 5-string bass players.
Yeah, you can
You
hear
hear
that
that low
going
B
lower.
going down to that low B string, that big growl at the beginning just sets like a big foundation for everybody else to get on top of. But yeah, like nothing against 4 strings, man. There's plenty of room for 4 strings in the world. But I like the
Sometimes you need that
innovation,
extra
that
lowness.
low growl that
Yeah.
you can just feel down in your guts. Yeah, that's
Same
that.
with the 7-string guitar. You got that low B, and it's super tight. The kit sounds great. He's doing a lot of tom work, I think, in the second verse.
The
It's
toms all have like really good attack too, which makes me think maybe in the studio they were using triggers. But man, like the drumming is super tight.
Yep.
And also he's playing a traditional 5-piece kit with probably 6 cymbals. And so he's not playing. This is again my harping on this. More drums don't make a better drummer. So people that are, in fact, I just watched an interview with Mike Portnoy and his son Max, I believe, and Max was saying like, man, I kept wanting to add drums to my drum set, Dad, and you would just tell me no. It's if you practice and then you show me this week what you can put together and why you should have that other tom or that other cymbal or that auxiliary snare or those rototoms or whatever, you know, if you can show me a reason for you to have those and you show me that you can incorporate them, then we can add another drum. And Mike Portnoy probably had thousands of drums. So it wasn't like he was like, you know, a dad nowadays like me where you don't want to have to go buy him another tom, you know. Dad, I'd like to add an 8-inch to my 5-piece. No, you don't. You don't need that because you don't know how to play it yet.
Yeah, so when I got my pork pie kit, shout out to Bill, the head hog of pork pie. In fact, I just got 2 snares delivered the other day.
Snares.
But I play 10-inch, 12-inch, 14-inch, and then 16 on the other side. So 2 floor toms, 2 rack toms, and I recorded a whole album with the 10-inch. And then as I was, you know, on tour and stuff like that, gradually I'm like, do I hit this 10-inch enough times to warrant me bringing it?
You put a brand new head on before a show, and then at the end of the show, there's 2 stick marks on it.
And then so the 10-inch tom I think is somewhere here.
The lonely 10-inch is just.
We'll bring it on screen. We should switch it out for this thing, but yeah. So like you said, more drums doesn't mean a better drummer, and in fact, it's the opposite way around. If you can play kick, snare, and hats, and there's some drummers out there, I think we should delve into that one of the days, where it's the simplistic kit, and you can see how people can make that thing talk.
And also there's been a big loss of good like pocket drummers, like drummers that can just fill a pocket, keep their meter in time, and they don't have to be super flashy with a lot of toms and cymbals. They can make great music with that. Nate Smith is probably my favorite as far as that goes. He doesn't always play just snare, bass, drum, and hi-hat, but sometimes he does, like with not the Avengers, it's the Flyers, the Fearless Flyers. But yeah, man, he does some killer stuff with them, and he's only playing snare, bass, and hi-hat, and he's letting the rest of the music breathe. That's playing like a musician. And back in the day, like when I first started, I know I don't look as old as I am, but I am old. I'm 43, and when I was starting, my uncle was the bass player, and my uncle is very solid, and his timing is impeccable. He's a very, very good bass player. He's a session bass player, and he always told me, when it's your turn to play, there's a lot of drums there, but you get to play on the snare, the bass drum, and the hi-hat, and you get to pick one cymbal. If you play outside of that, then you don't play anymore.
You don't eat.
You don't eat. No water, no food for you, and you're going to get locked in the basement again.
And no air.
Yeah, you just die. If you suck, you die.
Yep. But yeah, Spiritbox, I'm very impressed. I think I will actually put these on the car on the way home.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. You do.
Yeah, all right. Right before we go, don't forget, please like and subscribe, because we are moving up the numbers, and therefore YouTube are putting us in different algorithms, and we're actually getting out there onto people's feeds that may not subscribe to us. So it doesn't cost a thing. If you think that we earned your sub, please go ahead and click that. And also the notifications, the little bell. Yeah, and then also our Bear and Rooster merch that we have. We've got hats, shirts, mugs, stickers, all of that fun stuff. I think there might be hoodies coming very, very soon. Maybe not here in California as we're getting into the spring. You probably won't need hoodies, but I know there's other places in the world that are a little bit colder than California. I'll be sending some back to Ireland anyway as soon as they're ready. But yeah, you can go ahead and look at generatedesigns.com. Also, our Buy Me a Coffee. We're very, very thankful for everybody that's dropped in $5, $10, whatever it is, to buy us a coffee. And we're putting that directly into equipment here at the studio to make all our productions that little bit better for you. And then very lastly, again, we take all comments, negative and positive, on board. So if there's something that you think we're not doing right or we are doing right, please let us know. And then very lastly, please let us know where you're watching from, because it spurs us on and warms our heart knowing that
It's exciting.
There's
exciting
people all over the place watching.
Yeah, people all over the world. It's exciting to look on there and see like Uganda or, it's just crazy places.
Uganda, be kidding me.
Okay, Chelsea Handler.
Oh, yeah?
That's
Who's
her
that?
name of her special. Her
Oh, is
comedy special is called Uganda, be kidding me.
Well, is it?
It is.
Any other jokes about Africa?
No.
Can you believe it? And on that bombshell, peace.